Hello, welcome
Hello.
to this very exciting stream with the Rafa Nadal match against Darwin Blanch. How excited are you, Eddie?
Well, I'm excited to see Blanch because I mean, I've heard about him, but I haven't had a chance to really see any of his play. So, and obviously excited to see Rafa, to see if he's how he is. I mean, obviously the last tournament was a little bit disappointing, but yeah, it's going to be nice to see him out there anyway.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think even I don't know, it's probably quite sentimental, but whatever the result, it's just quite nice to see Rafa playing, particularly on clay, and especially, like you say, to see Darwin Blanch. I'm really excited to see how he gets on. Obviously, really tough task for him in his second ever ATP Tour appearance to face Rafa on clay, no less. I actually did get to see him play. This is totally by chance at last year's Wimbledon in the boys' singles.
Right,
I
fantastic.
happened to sort of be in the right place in the right time when he was on court 18. But obviously that's a long time ago, and I wasn't necessarily sat there analysing his game. So yeah, more interested to sort of really see what he's about today.
So we've got Nadal serving now. Is that where you're at?
Yes, he's just served on my screen. I don't know about yours.
Yeah. But he missed the first serve.
Yes.
And now second serve, okay.
Quick hi to Jake, who I know is in the chat. He's been talking about it on Twitter. Nice to see you with us. Terry as well. Nice to see you. And Elam, let's get it. That sounds like possibly a Rafa fan, but I wouldn't want to assume.
I just had to turn off the sound there from the WTA match. I was watching Alex Ayala in the third set against Sorana Costea. So another youngster doing well there. Could Blanch do well here?
Absolutely. That was the one I was watching before this as well, because it's very fascinating to me how she gets on there, and really impressive how she managed to take that second set when Costea was serving for it, I believe, at 5-4.
Yeah, and honestly, like after the first set, I felt like, I thought maybe Costea was going to maybe run away with it, but then no, she fought well. So interesting times.
Nice start for Rafa here to have 30 love. Obviously not such a great start last week in both of his matches, so be wanting a better start here.
And of course, it's interesting to have two lefties.
Definitely.
And I was also thinking this must be the most anticipation for a match between two players ranked respectively outside the top 500 and top 1000.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're completely right. I don't think a match between two players ranked as they are has ever been talked about this much. If it has, I'd like to know what it was. A strong hold for Nadal there to love in the first game. It's going to be hard for Darwin Blanch. We saw obviously in Barcelona. Who did he play in the first round? The young Italian, was it? Is it Caboli?
What, Blanch, you mean?
Rafa, sorry.
Right. I was like, yeah, Rafa, yeah, because it was Caboli, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that one obviously Caboli more experienced than Darwin Blanch by a long way, but still seemed really sort of overawed, overwhelmed by the occasion in that first round against Rafa in Barcelona. I can't imagine for Darwin Blanch how that could affect him today.
Yeah. the furthest he's gone in professional tennis was, I think, was the semi-finals recently in the ITF, the lowest level of ITF tournament. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, a very big step up.
Definitely. He's obviously done well in some junior tournaments, particularly last year in the junior slams. I think he made 2 semis and a quarter or something like that. But this is a slightly different ball game.
That was a nice serve there from Blanch. Out wide, he hits an ace.
My stream just went down as that happened, so I didn't see it, but he hit an ace. Was it his first serve?
He hit an ace, yeah, against Rafa.
I mean, why not? Oh, there it is. Oh, that was a great serve. What a start. Nice one.
And another. Wow.
No way. No way.
If he keeps doing that, I have a chance.
Yeah. If he can do that the whole time, then I could really see him doing something. Oh, yeah, that's just happened on my screen. Wow. What a great way to start your first service game against Rafa Nadal.
Well, sends the ball long there, Blanch.
Yeah, are you on the point for 30 all where the overhead's long?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've just seen that now, yeah. Just hit it
Yeah.
long. I don't think I can.
And that one just wide gives Rafa the break point after such a great start with those 2 aces.
So break point Nadal. First bit of pressure for Blanch. And he hits a really nice first serve. Forehand to forehand exchange here. And on the backhands. But Blanch hits into the net and it's 2-0 to love Rafa.
Yeah, early break for Rafa. I mean, so impressed with those first 2 aces from Darwin Blanch, but as soon as they got into rallies, just a few sort of nervous ground strokes, it felt like to me. So particularly that last forehand into the net just felt like he snatched at it a bit.
Yeah, I mean, really, Nadal, maybe wanting to get this over as soon as possible, but
I can imagine it. I don't imagine he was best pleased when he saw that his round 2 would yet again be Alex de Minaur. But
no, yeah, definitely not, and also conditions here, you know, they'll probably suit Alex a little bit more than in Barcelona. So
yeah, I'd agree. Obviously, I thought de Minaur actually played brilliantly in Barcelona to beat him.
yeah,
Obviously, Rafa not anywhere near his best or even his sort of post-injury best, but I did think de Minaur really raised his level, and then I was really quite surprised to see him go out immediately afterwards, unable to keep that level up. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to Madrid. Like you say, conditions suiting him more might favour him against other people as well. Nice to see you, Ghosty. Thanks for joining us. Really, you should be writing these tennis headlines if you can come up with these puns on the fly so quickly. Try and make sure you don't let them steal that from you.
Yeah. Darwin is American, but he spent growing up a lot of time abroad. He lived in China, he lived in Thailand, and he's training now at Juan Carlos Ferrera's academy in Spain. So, yeah. So
Yeah, I saw Juan Carlos Ferrero in the crowd a minute ago, actually, watching on, and I think it's right that last year when Carlos Alcaraz had to pull out of the 2023 Australian Open, it was because of an injury he sustained in a practice match against Darwin Blanch at the academy, I believe.
Oh.
So maybe not the best claim to fame for him, but I'm sure I've read that somewhere. Good morning to Ashley. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, Terry, I was going to say that is that, yeah, Blanch would have practiced with Alcaraz. Oh, that was a lovely return. Yeah, nice return there from Blanch.
Gets a little clap of the racket from Rafa as well.
Yeah. I think he has confidence, you know.
It's nice to see on the stage that this is. 16 years old. Quite nice to see him come out, and he doesn't look overwhelmed at the moment, at least.
Yeah, and he's managed to bring up a juice point here. Of course, Nadal was already playing in Grand Slam events when he was 16.
Very true. I'm sure Blanche would welcome any comparisons to Nadal that anyone could come up with. That return does go long, but he was going for it at least. Certainly not tame on those return shots at the moment.
Yeah, Blanche has other brothers that play tennis, and but there's one Ulysses Blanche that was playing in challengers and ITF events, and yeah, I remember him from a little while ago, and didn't really click to me that they were brothers. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he's got
yeah,
a few, hasn't he? I saw that he lost. Was it that he lost? I actually don't know which one lost or won because it just on the score it just says D Blanche against D Blanche. So they played each other a few weeks ago. Him and one of his brothers.
right. 4 brothers, is it?
I don't
Yeah,
know if it's. Yeah, I think so. There's a sister who plays tennis as well. I don't know at what level.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, big family.
there's a lot of them.
So you get enough of them to play tennis, then one will turn out to be like a Darwin Blanche.
Exactly. They've tried it with all of them and they've managed to
Yeah.
make it with one.
So did Darwin actually win? How's he done at the junior slams? Did he win or?
He hasn't won one. Last year's French Open, he lost in the semi-final to Dino Prismic, who people might remember from playing Djokovic at this year's Australian Open.
Very good player.
He lost in the semi. Yeah, exactly. A good player to lose to. At Wimbledon, he also lost in the semi-final to Yaroslav Demin. And then I can't remember the US Open. Oh, round of 16 in the US Open, so not so good. But those two semi-finals, French Open and Wimbledon last year.
I mean, yeah, for a 16-year-old to be doing that well anyway in juniors is impressive at 16 even.
Absolutely. I know I've seen a lot of people talking about whether this wild card is unfair because obviously the IMG links seem to have got him this wild card when he's not played on the tour and he's not Spanish and people think it should go to Spanish players. I just like to see young talent on the tour, to be honest, myself. And wild cards in a way are inherently unfair because it's not based on the merit of where you're ranked if you're going to go that far with it. So yeah, I think it's nice to see him here in Madrid.
Yeah. All wild cards are unfair. Having said that, they do create rules about the number of wild cards that we can. I mean, you would want a tournament just full of wild cards, right? So, you know, there can be rules made about them as well. That's what I say, I think. But
yeah. No, when I say all wildcards are unfair, I don't mean it in a I don't think wildcards should exist way at all. I more mean just in a if people are going to say one wildcard's unfair, I think that doesn't really track because they sort of all are in a certain way. Possibility here for Darwin Blanch to get his first game on the board at 40 love.
yeah, he's got a nice serve, so he finally holds there.
Held to love as well. Quite a nice service game from him.
Just noticed that Kirstea did finally win against Alex Ayala 6-4 in the final set. But nonetheless,
fair enough.
It was a good fight from Ayala.
Absolutely. Really nice to see. I hope to see more from her for the rest of the year.
More than justifying her wild card.
Yeah. Interesting to see Carle doing so well against Kudermetova at the moment as well. A setup on her, so possibly that Emma Raducanu form was not a one-off. She's bringing it to the match today as well.
Nice. I mean, she did play well, Carle against Emma. I mean, she's clearly in form as a player. I liked what she was bringing.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of talk made of Emma Raducanu not playing her best, which is true, but yeah, no, Carle brought a really good level.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Blanch was making Nadal work for it there, but that was a good point from Nadal.
Yeah, nice last overhead when he's sort of tracking backwards, but definitely made him work for it there. It didn't have it all his own way.
And yeah, commentator just pointing out that he's got $134 million prize money. Well, career.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Blanch probably have about $500.
If that, I'd imagine it's not going to be much.
$500 when you're 16 though is a lot of money, isn't it?
I'm sure. I wonder how long it lasted. I wonder how much he gets just for being in the round of 128 here.
That's a good, yeah. Obviously, that's going to be a lot for him. Yeah, it's going to definitely increase his prize money, career prize money. So it's gone up 1,000% or something. No, yeah.
£17,000. That's in UK money. $21,000 or just over, just for playing the first round.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was a good hold there from Nadal, 4-1. At least Blanch has a game, and it's not going to be a repeat of the previous match, which was 6-love to Coco Gauff.
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, I was quite glad because it got Nadal on the court quicker, but that was.
I didn't see the match. Did you actually watch it?
I didn't actually. No, I was watching Iala most of the time, but I was watching the score on my phone, and I saw there was maybe one game where Roos went love 40 on Coco Gauff's serve, and I thought, oh, she's going to fight back. Coco Gauff won like the next 5 points. There were no other break points, and she just steamrolled through that one. So impressive from Coco. I can't remember the last time I've seen Coco dominate like that. So
yeah, and I mean, she hasn't done very much in the Masters events on clay, although she was a finalist at Roland Garros, and obviously she can play in the surface. She's probably due a run on the surface at some point, in these events.
Yeah, totally agree. I sort of think, obviously, Roland Garros finalist. I do think we could see something pretty good from Coco Gauff either this week or in Rome, and possibly at the French Open. I don't know, but I think people are sort of counting her out entirely. A lot of the conversation I see is between Iga, Rybakina, and Sabalenka, but I think Coco Gauff might have something to say about that in at least one of these tournaments.
Yeah, certainly Rybakina coming into this, I put her at the favourite.
Yeah.
But yeah, with any of these players, I see them as either of them could just turn up either in the next tournament or or in Roland Garros. It wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, that's.
Absolutely.
I like this kid though. His serve and forehand,
He's got something, hasn't he? I know he's 4-1 down, but that serve is very impressive.
Yeah, like comment. Yeah. The comment, yeah, saying he's got a massive serve for his age. Yes. Yeah, and he's not that tall. I saw at the beginning he said he's 185 centimeters, which is about 6 feet 1 inch. So about the same as Rafa. So he's not massive like many players these days. He's probably still going to grow though a little bit, right? At 16.
You'd imagine, yeah.
And yeah, and certainly he's definitely going to fill out. So 16, yeah.
That
Where
inside out.
oh yeah. You're a bit ahead of me. Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was nice. Yeah, and if he's going to have a chance in this, he's going to be having to get more of those first serves in and probably hit more of those 1-2 finishes. So
yeah, he's getting a little bit frustrated. Was saying he's over the comment saying he's over hitting on every shot. I wouldn't say every shot, but he is definitely over hitting some of them. I think it's just because he's there's so much adrenaline going through his body right now. There must be. He's playing Rafa Nadal. He wants to sort of go for his shots. He's trying not to be hesitant and hold himself back, I think. So it's probably why he's really sort of going for stuff.
yeah, I mean, we saw what happened to Flavio Caboli against Nadal. He was also overhitting a lot of shots, and as a much more experienced player, he didn't play the best match. And
so nice to see you with us, Jake, as well. Thank you so much for joining us. And Elam saying this kid can hit a ball, that's for sure. I think that's, almost an understatement.
oh, yeah, Nadal getting the forehand going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finishing off.
It's hard not to call
into
that
the
one
bottom corner.
right? This is exactly what he would have wanted, though, to try and get it done as quickly as humanly possible. It's working for him so far.
Yeah. Yeah, good serve, but so set point for Rafa here. 3 set points. Out. Ball goes long for Blanch, and Nadal takes a set 6-1. So more or less going how he would expect it, really. But Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, Catherine's just said thinks Nadal's being kind to Darwin. He's not being ruthless. I would argue, he probably doesn't need to be too ruthless at the moment. And in terms of how he's feeling in the body and physically, is he going to want to try and be ruthless? Probably not. I think he wants to get through this one as easily and simply as he can, really.
Yeah. Blanch was a few decent shots, but I mean, obviously you can see the error count from Blanch there. 15 unforced errors to 4 winners. And yeah, Rafa not really having to do much. But yeah, for Rafa, it's just about getting through, isn't it, right? If you can get through 6-1, 6-2, whatever, it's going to be fine for him. The big match is next against de Minaur, so and we can't judge too much from this match about how he's going to do it in the next match. I don't think so.
No, not at all. I don't imagine we'll see Rafa playing the same game at all against de Minaur. I imagine there'll be a big step up.
Yeah, a completely different opponent. Let's have a look at some of the other scores that are going on.
Yes.
So we've got, Carly and Kudermetova still on serve in that second set. Carly up one set, 6-4, and in second set it's 3-all.
Lots of breaks in that one. I think 7 breaks in the match total there, by the looks of things.
Yeah. And Ons Jabeur is up a break against.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, early on, but 4-3 in the first set. So
last time I looked at that one, Ons was a breakdown. So.
All right. And João Fonseca is underway. He's a 17-year-old Brazilian, and one who, has a lot of expectation.
Some might say too much expectation for a 17-year-old.
But he's got, he must have got a wild card here as well, right? So yeah, so another IMG player, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, US Open champion at the junior level just recently.
Yeah, he's definitely exciting. I've watched him play a couple of times now, probably not as many as other people have, but he's definitely exciting to watch. Ben Shelton's little cousin. I don't know. Not really seeing Ben Shelton in Darwin Blanch myself, but I suppose he's American.
I will admit, though, the first time I saw him, like I thought he looked like Ben Shelton, but and he even said himself in interviews that a lot of people call him Ben because it's like his nickname because he looks like Ben Shelton. So.
Oh, bless him.
And they're both lefties, right? So.
Yeah, I suppose more similarities than I thought, maybe.
Yeah, it's the curly hair as well, isn't it? So.
Just getting back underway on my screen, and it's just told me that Nadal's won 12 of the last 15 points. So a lot of momentum.
It's a nice serve out wide. yeah, I mean, it's the lack of pace and power on his ground strokes, and obviously being 16, the consistency is not quite there, so it's not going to be easy as well in this situation. But he's got a
Oh, he
nice
makes
serve.
that though. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it for you. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, that was lovely. That was a big
160
forehand,
kilometers.
but landed on the baseline. See, that was very good. He must have been listening to me in commentary saying,
He has. He's listened. He's adjusted.
yeah. Oh, that was a nice backhand down the line from Darwin Blanch that just was right in the corner.
Caught the line. I was trying to squint to see if it caught the line, but I think it did.
I've just seen a comment from Nick saying that John might be a better commentator in Spanish than in English.
I saw that one. I'm upset that we're missing out on that.
I didn't realize John spoke English, so it was a bit of a surprise to me he was doing. Spoke Spanish. I know he speaks English. Early, but
yeah, no,
but
I didn't realize.
yes, Michael, he's only 16, and he's been given a wild card and drawn against one of the greatest players of all time.
I loved his reaction to drawing Rafa as well. He posted a brilliant sort of thing on his Instagram, real shocked face. Guys, I play Nadal. So I thought that was quite fun from him.
And the first game of the second set starts with a break for Nadal. So yeah, Michael, 16 is indeed really young in men's tennis.
I'd argue it's pretty young in women's tennis as well.
Yeah, these days it's unless you were Coco Gauff or something like this, but yeah, because she was winning when she was 15, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
unbelievable.
But yeah, so it'll be a good experience, I'm sure, for Blanche.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like we've been saying, there's some really good signs from him. Serve looks great. He's obviously putting too much into the ground strokes, but when he gets them, he's been getting some great shots. So a bit more consistency, and I'm sure we'll see him more regularly on the tour in the years to come. Glad you found your way over to the English stream eventually, Jamie. Hope you enjoyed John speaking Spanish. You have to let us know how he is.
Who's on the other stream actually? With him?
Bruno, not somebody I've come across before.
Oh. Yeah, that's true, Michael. But I think those days are probably gone that we'd ever see anything like 17-year-olds winning majors. So that was nice from.
Seems to have a good sort of tennis brain as well, obviously, so hitting some stuff, but in terms of placement and picking his shots and everything like that, he seems to do that pretty well.
Yeah, it was a nice return on deep return. And came in quickly.
Yeah. Jamie's asking how's Rafa's serving. I don't know about you. I'd argue it's a little bit hard to tell how Rafa's serve's looking just because he's playing 16-year-old Darwin Blanch. To me, it's not looking much different from how it did in Barcelona.
Yeah, and like he said, I don't think he's going to be wanting to push himself too hard. Like he's got the ability to get this done in straights, but even without probably having to play to higher levels. So it's just about getting through.
Yeah, conserving all that energy for de Minaur. Like Sean said, if he can beat de Minaur, that would be a really good sign, as he's been in good form this year. I would argue it'd be even more than a really good sign. I think it's going to be really tough to beat de Minaur, if I'm honest, for Rafa at the moment. But we'll see. Obviously, he played him last in Barcelona, and might have picked up tactically on a few things he can change playing him here in Madrid.
And there's an ace from Rafa, so that's nice. Just well placed down the middle.
Yeah, nice to see. Swana, thank you so much for joining us. Nice to see you saying you're treating this as an exhibition match. I can see why. And Jake saying the forehand looking very strong, serve is just a starting point to a point so far. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly how it was in Barcelona as well. I feel like Rafa's sort of serving to start a point. And against de Minaur, the reason that doesn't work so well is because he can just cover the court in such an insane way that he was getting everything back.
Yeah, and a very good returner. So, yeah, kind of a nightmare player to play when you're worried about the server.
Yeah. Jamie's saying basically Rafa will only go full power on his serve in Paris, and even when he does, his body could go bang instantly. Yeah, that was my opinion in Barcelona, was him sort of saying that if there's one time that he's going to really go for it, it's going to be in Paris. He'll give it everything. But obviously, he also said coming into this tournament that if he felt like this going into Paris, he won't be playing. So it's a little bit, I'm not sure now whether it's one of those where he's going to push for everything in Paris, or maybe he's looking maybe at not doing that now.
Yeah, well, because he's already planning to play, confirmed for Rod Laver, Laver Cup, but also he probably wants to play the Olympics. So
yeah,
like it's hard to know what he's actually, because I feel like always, like with his injury issues, he's always been overly cautious, and he was like this before, when he came back before. Yeah, so I don't know, but I would find it hard to believe that he wouldn't actually play the French Open. I mean, it just seems unbelievable to me. But if he's playing, in Madrid here.
Yeah, no, I can't fathom a world in which he's not playing in Paris at all. Thanks for joining us, Jake. Lovely to see you. Have a good rest of your day. Good serve there from Darwin Blanch to save breakpoint.
Yeah, I mean, let's remember Darwin Blanch is 16 and ranked outside the top 1,000.
It's actually hard to remember that watching this. I don't think he looks like a player ranked outside the top 1,000. Particularly not when he plays like that.
Yeah, that was an excellent rally. Finishing with a winner, forehand cross court. Yeah, but I mean the ranking reflects. I mean, he's not really even got a full year of tennis under his belt, so he's got very little tennis. So yeah, I'm no doubt that in the next year, 2 years, he's going to go up the rankings quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
But yeah, it'll take time to get the physicality up as well, because he really still looks like a boy. But double fault.
I totally agree, Swarner. I think regardless of result here, hopefully Blanch can sort of, obviously I'm sure he'll be disappointed with not doing well at first, even though he probably shouldn't be. He's playing Rafa Nadal. But hopefully he can look back and really enjoy this for what it was. And he might be, one of the last people to play Rafa if he's only got this year on tour.
Yeah. A little bit of cat and mouse there, but of course Rafa comes out on top and he's up a double break.
Somebody said earlier he wasn't being ruthless. I think the scoreline's pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
His movement's not bad on clay either. I mean, obviously it's nothing particularly special. I'm sure he's not got loads of experience, but I do think he's moving pretty well to keep the rallies going against Rafa.
Yeah, no, he's done well. I mean, it's not like, I mean, as well as you can really expect like a 16-year-old with that little experience under his belt. I mean, but like we said, that, you know, Rafa really hasn't really had to get out of, you know, he hasn't really had to do too much, so he's not been pushed that much. Points here and there, but I think this is only going to go one way.
Yeah.
Fonseca is down 4-love to Michelson, Alex Michelson. And he's going to possibly go down 5-love with Michelson at another break point.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Catherine. Hope you enjoy the Carlo match. That one looks exciting.
That's a good serve out wide.
Yeah. Just Michael saying this match should give Nadal some confidence. I don't know whether it necessarily will, just because of who he's playing and how he's having to play. I think probably he'll be looking to put in a performance against de Minaur to sort of up his confidence a little bit.
I think Blanch will have had plenty of experience playing on clay because he's been training in Spain for a while, right? And he's, although he grew up in Asia in his because of his dad, he moved around a lot, China and in Thailand. So that's, I don't know how much clay's in Thailand, but I imagine it's more hard courts there. So yeah, but apparently he used to speak Thai, but he's lost it a bit now. Yeah, so he says he can still speak a bit of Thai, but
I suppose however much experience you have on clay, obviously if he's been practicing in Spain, I don't think all the clay experience in the world could prepare you for a first round against Rafael Nadal in Madrid. But it's probably the same for anyone.
yeah, he probably does. I think he does speak Mandarin as well, probably. Yeah. It'd be good for his marketing if he ever gets very big.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Roddick's. I think Roddick thinks that Blanch will get a better tennis education at the Ferrero Academy than with the USTA. And to be fair, when you look at Carlos Alcaraz, could you really blame him?
I know
I
which
mean,
one
so
I'd
many
choose.
players. Yeah. So many players have come through the Spanish system that have been, yeah. Even Andy Murray moved to Spain, didn't he? Barcelona when he was in his teens.
Good serve there from Blanch. It'd be nice for him to get a game on the board in this set as well. Avoid the bagel if he can.
Yeah, see if we can get another game on the board. Get some first serves in. Nope. Second serve.
Not that one.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, so yeah, there's other training centers and academies in the US. But and of course, Rafa has his own academy now. That's a lot of players are coming through. Yeah. And 2 break points for Nadal here.
Oh, it's tough for him because he is hitting some good shots. It's just that consistency.
Oh. And I always, I always think this is, Darwin Blanch is one of the top players in his age group, right? In the world. A very good 16-year-old. And here he is just with one game. And you remember there was that survey that they asked like a bunch of people in the US or something, do you think you could win a game off a professional? A lot of them were like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
I know.
Also,
I'm exactly the same.
What was it like from Rafa's academy? There was a player there that played against, because they ran out of players, so like he got like a wild card in the draw, and he played Andy Murray. He played Andy Murray, right? So this person was like,
so.
That guy was much better than just like an average club player. But I think Murray ended up just gifting him a game because he felt sorry for him. It was 6-love 6-1 really. So
yeah.
I
have this argument all the time with my friends who aren't even tennis fans, but they maybe play a little bit or recreationally or whatever, who all think they could get a game of, for example, Andy Murray or something, and it's just delusional. It's just completely delusional.
Yeah, be lucky to win a point.
Maybe at the moment against Andy Murray if he can't move. But
he's back practicing though, isn't he? Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah, he is at the moment. Catherine letting us know that Carle has just won. She's beaten Kudermetova in straight sets. 17th seed.
Oh, it was a decent return, but then Nadal will be disappointed to hit that backhand error into the net. I also think, well, Sean says that tennis looks slower on TV than in real life, but I also think people don't realize how bad they actually look. If you were to record yourself playing against a professional, you'd be like, this is horrible.
Sean did then say, "All people are just stupid." So
yeah,
a toss up.
oh, it was a nice return there from Blanch, return winner. Can he get a game?
Can he get more than a game? This would be a break. That would be something to get quite excited about for him.
Well, that was some good play there, but ultimately, final shot was quite typical of what Blanche has done today, overhitting.
Yeah.
I don't know what the error
Especially
count is
down the
now, but
line,
it
I
must be.
feel.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and that was another nice serve down the middle from Nadal. He's done that a couple of times.
Yeah, Catherine's saying
Placement.
Rafael will give him a game. I'm not quite so sure. I don't think he wants to.
I'm curious, saying this could be Nadal's last winning clay. Well, could be, but I know that
Might be his last
Demonar's.
win in Madrid. I'd say
Oh,
that.
because I don't think he's well. I'm not really expecting him to beat Demonar, but I'm not like wouldn't be surprised either way if he did beat him. But but yeah, if he lost, I wouldn't be that surprised either. So, um, is he going to play Rome?
I'd
I'm
have
not
thought
sure.
he will. Maybe even just from a standpoint of he knows he might not get very far, but it's maybe one or two more matches on clay before French Open.
Courier, though, is probably just reflecting sort of the caution, because Nadal's been very like. Anyway, we've got a match point here. Yeah, so Rafa gets it done, 6-1, 6-love. I mean, be happy with that, to get a win in the capital of his home country. So
yeah, I don't think he'll make too much of that. I think, you know, like you say, he'll be happy with it. It was a strong win, as you'd expect. Sort of nice for him to get a win when he's struggling so much physically, but I don't think he'll take too much from it, considering the opponent and the circumstance. I think this next match is far more important, far more telling. Nice moment between him and his son there as he sticks his tongue out at Rafa Jr.
it's like, is that Dad playing tennis there? Okay. And a little bit of applause for Blanch there. So we've got some interesting tennis on tomorrow. Bronzetti against Rybakina opening up on the main court, then Linette Sabalenka, and then Alcaraz's first match against Shevchenko, and then Coric against Zverev. I mean, that's not something we've seen for a long time.
No, if John's to be believed, yesterday's performance from Coric was particularly awful. So it'd be interesting to see if he's improved since then.
Yeah, a few years ago that would have been quite an exciting matchup. Yeah.
Just looking at the stats on my screen, 27 unforced errors for Darwin Blanch. With 9 winners. So it was just those unforced errors today, but lots of positives for him. I know it's hard when it's 6-1, 6-love to take positives from it, but I think there were.
Yeah, I mean, it showed that he could serve well, and like he did hit some winners. And even though there were certain points that he didn't win, that he did compete well in. And for Rafa, yeah, I mean, how long did that match last? I mean, it didn't last too long, so just happy for him to get through.
And
yeah, that's fine. And yeah, looking forward now to the next match, which will be, I assume, on Sunday, is it? Or no, sorry,
Sunday or
Saturday?
Saturday,
Saturday,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Yeah. Before we sort of wrap things up, is there one match in particular you're most looking forward to tomorrow that you want to put everyone on?
Possibly Jerry Shang against Davidovich Fokina. That's caught my eye.
That was second.
Yeah, I mean, after Shang's first match, and of course Davidovich Fokina, you'd expect him to do well here. I just wonder though if Shang's maybe a bit gassed after that first match. I mean, 4 hours is ridiculous for a 3-set match, but although he didn't seem too gassed at the end because he hit some beautiful winners in that tiebreak, Shang.
Yeah.
But that's
that would have been my
definitely
pick as well.
Assuming that he's all right. Yeah, it's something that could have potential. Hurkacz is playing Jack Draper.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on Stadium 3. You have any other matches you're looking forward to?
Probably the only other one I'd say is Navoni against. Is he playing Holger Rune? I'm quite interested in that one, just the form that Navona's in compared to obviously Holger's slightly ropey form.
Are they playing?
So depending on
I don't know if they're playing, but I don't think they're playing tomorrow, are they? No, they're.
I think they are last on Arancha Sanchez.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I scrolled to.
No,
okay, that's pretty interesting then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Navoni, he's in a strange position. You know, this is his first Masters 1000 event, and yet he's ranked 41 in the world after the recent, run in South America. So he's also possibly could actually, with a little bit of a run here or in further tournaments, could actually get seeded at the French Open on his debut at the French Open. So that's pretty exciting for him.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Sean saying on the WTA side, Andreeva Noshkova's on tomorrow. I hadn't scrolled down that far yet on my order of play. Apparently they're on court 8. But that one is very exciting. Totally agree. I'll be watching that one.
And Rafa's just getting interviewed. Yeah. And Rafa confirming there that. Yeah. Just confirming he was just trying to get through without taking a lot of risks and waiting for those mistakes from Blanch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like watching it, so it makes sense. Catherine hoping that Jack Draper can finally get a win over Hurkacz. Yes, could be tough. They've had some good matches recently, so I'm looking forward to that one. I probably would back Hurkacz in that one, I'm afraid. But
yes, Andreeva came through from behind against Taylor Townsend. I think that was a good win for her. So yeah, set up an interesting battle against 29th seed Noskova.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we probably should wrap this one up. Any final thoughts on today's match?
Yeah, just happy to see Rafa get through and looking forward to his next match, which will hopefully be on Saturday, and hopefully he can give de Minaur a better match than he did in Barcelona. So that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that one. So thanks to everyone for joining us today for this Rafa match. Hopefully we will see you again on Saturday for Rafa's next match against de Minaur. Might be hopefully a little bit closer than this one today. But yeah, thanks, Eddie. Great to chat with you.
Yeah, you too, Kira. Yeah. See you later.
And as John would say, keep talking tennis while we're away, and we'll see you next time.